I'm running because I feel that OHA provides me a greater opportunity to provide for my kuleana that I have towards our land and our people. Thank you. We need to understand from a Hawaiian point of view what we should be doing. So we are one with the land. We are inseparable. So our kuleana is not only to money and to assets and those kinds of things. It's also a kuleana to making sure that the future generations have water, that the future generations have fish in the ocean, that they have food in the rivers, that our forest is not the invasive species of the world, and that our farmlands are not all covered up with houses. So those kinds of things I think are really important that we need to address. As Hawaiians, we have been disconnected. We have been disconnected from those mo'olelos. We have been disconnected from our kuleana. We seek our rights, but we don't accept our kuleana. That kind of leadership is really needed today in the state of Hawaii. And I'm hoping to get onto OHA and become a community activist in OHA and to try and help organize the Hawaiian people so that they can stand up and take their kuleana and provide the kinds of leadership that is going to make sure that our future generations have the resources for them to survive also. For me, the top priority for myself is unity. And the second priority I have is aloha aina. And if I do get involved with OHA, I'm going to go out and use my organizing skills and make sure that OHA is not a state agency, that OHA actually has a people base where people participate, it's transparent, and people want OHA to succeed, and people know exactly what OHA is doing so that it becomes a solid base of people. So when we go back to negotiate with other agencies, we negotiate from a position of power. And so that's my main goal, is to use my skills as an organizer and to try and unify the Hawaiian people. Development is not really the answer to all of our problems. It's the beginning of many problems. So I'm not really in support of this whole idea. The first thing I would try and do is do some kind of a trade, and find out if we can get more food security lands on all of the different islands where we can grow food for ourselves, and try to get some valleys and things like that on the different islands, and trade away this landfill that they gave us. Out of 1 million acres, they gave us 20 plus acres. I don't know, that was a really bad deal. I think I might even want to trade it for lanai. Thank you. I don't see rail as a solution. I see rail as really continuing the problem. And I cannot say no without saying some kind of a solution. I think we need to try and figure out what is the carrying capacity of this island. I think your parking lot is full. You guys just don't realize it, It's like every island needs to be self-sufficient. We cannot come to Molokai with a cable and say we gotta give you guys more electricity because you guys know, turn off your lights and stuff. So it's like we have to be self-sufficient. Each island needs to know their carrying capacity. Each island needs to know what they can and cannot do and how they can and they cannot live without bugging the rest of the guys on the rest of the islands. It's not over. They're going to attack our iwi kupuna because they're going to still want to put that rail there, and they're going to blame the iwi kupuna for costing us $9 million a day and all these kinds of problems until people get mad at the Hawaiians and mad at the iwi kupuna because it's hurting their pocketbooks. So for those kinds of reasons, I cannot support this rail project. Everybody is so pissed off about this thing. Every single island is mad about this thing. And I'm thinking, yeah, we can use this and teach these legislatures a lesson. There's the audacity of these guys to pass this kind of stuff and the way they pass this stuff. So I have mixed feelings about this BLDC, but I'm anxious to get into OHA and organize around this issue and get everybody together and repeal. So I'm out there looking for people who hug trees. Hey, vote for me, I hug trees too. That kind of stuff. In the long run, I'm thinking to myself, this institution that was created in 1978 is no longer useful for the Hawaiians, that we should dissolve it one day and figure out how to get a better mechanisms that we can determine our own future without everybody telling us what to do. And we've been following everybody else, and we have no more fish, we have pilau water. We should create something where, like the Ahupua'a system, the Ahamoku system, the Ahakiole system, where the governance comes from each Ahupua'a from the bottom up. We need to look at traditional knowledge. We need to look at people who have success stories in sustainability for thousands of years. That's the kind of leadership, that's the kind of knowledge that is going to allow all of us to live here on these islands forever and ever. And the people that have that knowledge are the Hawaiian people. And we've been pushed down, where we cannot really speak. We need to be leaders. We need to set the example. We need to tell people how to survive in the middle of the Pacific on these little dots of land.